That's a different story. But in your, because we call it, what do you call it? Karmic appearance, karmic vision. It is, what is so funny, Suniti? Yeah? The karmic vision, you know, because then we can judge a little bit from our experience, you know. Sometimes we see a boyfriend, girlfriend, and we think he or she is not that beautiful, not that attractive, but they think they are the most beautiful in the world. I mean, oh wow, I don't want to separate from her or him even for a second. I mean, that's their vision, you know. And we think they are not, they are ugly sometimes, you know. But they have this karmic vision, you know. So that is, and similarly, Chinese, you think rain is aroma. For me, it stinks to rain, you know. So it's very stinky, you know. But many Chinese, they think, wow, to rain, you go crazy, right? Yeah. So there's a karmic vision, no? So my karmic vision, your karmic vision, different. So we can, from this, we can judge, we can make a judgment. So if the heavier the karma, the vision would be uglier, right? And then we shift to heaven, and then everything becomes heavenly, you know. So what you see, what you feel, I mean, there's no heart, there's no. The human realm is mixture. So sometimes you can enjoy a little bit, but on the other times we have to suffer, and there are so many different levels of sufferings in this human realm, you know. Sometimes we physically suffer a lot, sometimes we mentally suffer a lot, physically fit, but mentally suffer a lot. We have so many different kinds and different levels of suffering. So it is mixture of, but in heaven, the desire realm, what we call it, you know, the desire realm. Heaven in the samsara, there's a desire realm. As far as heaven is concerned, there's a desire realm, and there are 6 different desire realms, and then 17 different form realms, and 4 different formless realms. These all are heaven, what we call the worldly heaven, you know, places where we can born. We have been born many times in the past, and still we can reborn there. So, but they are not totally free from suffering, but compared to hell realm and lower realm, compared to human realm, compared to demigods, huh? Demigods.
Sure.
Huh? Semi-gods or demigods? Okay. Why not semi? Okay, so they are also compared to them, compared to us, compared to these demigods and other realms, they're really happy. No obvious problems like diseases. They don't get sick. They can't get sick because they don't have this body. We get sick because we have these organs. They don't have organs, so they don't feel. They can't feel sick. You know, we have organs, then we eat junk food, and then we get sick. Yeah? So this all are actually, where is heaven? Difficult to find. There must be, but we can't see. Scientists, they have seen thousands of galaxies. Still, they haven't found heaven realms. You know, maybe they can't see, and they haven't seen the hungry ghost realms. But we cannot see, and they cannot see us. We cannot see them. Actually, well, that's fine. So we cannot see each other, right? Because of the karmic. And we don't remember our past lives. Most of us, we don't remember our past lives. There's a karmic obscuration. And it is good. I don't think it would be pleasure to remember our past lives. Thank God we don't remember, you know. Yeah. So that is because of karmic, you know. So karmic vision. So these all, what he is saying, all this iron ground and the weapons and the girlfriends and boyfriends, the girlfriends and boyfriends calling you out there, all these are just a vision, karmic vision. It doesn't have to be there all the time, waiting for somebody to come there. No, that isn't there. And that is not the case. So, they're all caused by dixim, means the non-virtuous thoughts. They're all caused by non-virtuous thoughts. So Buddha said that. And you have read that verse?
Yeah, we've done. So now we're in verse 8.
You have read?
Yes.
This I have read also, right?
Yeah, you have.
Okay. So these all are what do you call karmic vision, but you cannot say they are not there. Yeah, they're there. Yeah. Because what we feel, what we see, they're there, right? They exist. You cannot say they are not there. But the others, the demigod, the hungry gods, and the other beings, they cannot enjoy these. They cannot see them, right? It doesn't mean that there is. So since these lower realms and hell realms, they are the coming vision of those beings, but we can't feel it at the moment. We can't feel it. We can't see them. It doesn't mean they are not there. Okay. So then what he says in this. Now, Hitarjite Subona Senlejipa Shen Gabe, or the Insecta, the Simchua to be Sumse. Hitarjite Subona Senlejipa Shen Gabe. Kete Roa, Uporne, Jipa Parucina, Tarun Rote, Mare, Tarun Rote, you know which over Chita Paruchis. Babatamji, they said, Yoga, Tansen, Jipa Paruchis, Tete, Semito. Okay, now this 8, the Mighty One has said that all such things are a negative mind. Hence, within the three world spheres, there is nothing to fear other than my mind. There is nothing to fear other than my mind. This word, I think this word is very profound. There is nothing to fear other than my mind. If you understand the meaning of this sentence, you will understand so many things, isn't it? So you take out this word and then you try to understand the meaning. You try to get the whole meaning, isn't it? Don't you think so? Do you agree? Yeah. There's nothing to fear other than my mind. If you know the meaning of this sentence, this only one sentence, then you will know the whole karmic system. If the perfection of generosity were the alleviation of the world's poverty, right?
Yeah.
I pronounce properly? Okay. Then, since beings are still starving now, in what manner did the previous Buddhas perfect it? The perfection of generosity is said to be the thought to give all beings everything, together with the fruit of such a thought. Hence, it is simply a state of mind.
Verse 8, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single thing arises from the evil mind, sang the sage. So there is nothing dangerous in the three worlds other than the mind. If the perfection of generosity consists in making the universe free from poverty, how can previous protectors have acquired it when the world is still poor even today? Verse 10, the perfection of generosity is said to result from the mental attitude of relinquishing all that one has to all people, together with the fruit of that act. Therefore, the perfection is the mental attitude itself.
Okay, yeah. So, this perfection we are talking about, right? you know, starvation. Okay. So, the paramita, you know, he is talking about paramita. The paramita of generosity. You know what is paramita?
Perfections.
Perfections. Par means go beyond. So actually, even in Hindi we call it par. That is, if there's a river, the other side, across the river is called par. Para. So if you cross the river, then you reach across the river. So then you have done it, right? So in English, normally this translated as perfection of generosity, perfection of moral ethics, whatever you do. So that means now, for example, the perfection of generosity, the dana paramita, right? Dana paramita. So that means so he is saying that you have completed the practice of generosity. All the Buddhas, they have completed the practice of generosity. So how come still there is a lot of poverty? Still people are starving. So how you can say you have completed the practice of generosity? And then you see, you understand that? You know, the practice of generosity and the completion of generosity, that is, you cannot eliminate all the poverty from the whole world or whole universe. So so how to accomplish the practice of generosity? That is your mental state of generosity. That has to be completed. So, what is the antidote of opposite of generosity? Greediness, right? So there is, if your feeling of generosity is completed, that means there is no even slightest kind of greediness in you. You cannot find even a slightest greediness, and there is even no imprint of your greediness within yourself. That means you absolutely abandoned your greediness. So your generosity is completed. It's full. You have reached the other side of the river. Because you can't do more than that. Your greediness is completely gone. So that is, and that can be practiced through changing the attitude, not try to give and try to seize the poverty in the world. You can't do that. But in mental attitude, you have done that. So you have completed your practice of generosity. Understand? You understand, right? So the Bodhisattvas, that you have the feeling that even the accumulation of merit, even your body, even your good karma, all these things that you have the desire to give to other beings, and you have actually dedicated all what you have for the sake of all beings. And that's all what you can do. And you have done that. Then you have, your practice is completed. Understand? So sometimes even if, and that has to be, full dedication. And not, sometimes we try to be generous, and then we are hoping for rewards, and we are hoping that other people may say this man is very generous, we are looking for some reward, we are looking for fame, that you cannot complete the practice of generosity. That is fully dedicated. And then you're not hoping for rewards. That is, in that way, then you can complete your practice of generosity. Therefore, it is all to do with your attitude. That is what he said. That we have got, we have read that. The perfect teacher himself has shown that in this way all fears, 10. in the perfection of generosity, this already read. The perfection of generosity is said to be the thought to give all beings everything, together with the fruit of such a thought. Hence it is simply a state of mind. You haven't read in that book?
Yes, they read.
You have read, right? Nowhere has the killing of fish and other creatures been eradicated. For the attainment of the thought to forsake is explained as the perfection of moral discipline. Okay. Now, so far, I said that assuming your case, for I said that let's get direction the case. 11, please read out.
Where can fish and other creatures be taken where I might not kill them? Yet, when the mental attitude to cease from worldly acts is achieved, that is agreed to be the perfection of morality.
Right. So now you understand that the practice of morality, 6 parameter. The second parameter is practice of morality, right? So when you do the practice of morality, like practicing not killing all other beings, so you cannot take all the creatures to a place where they won't be killed. That is not possible. But even in this world, how many fishes are there? We cannot have them. But we can have with limit, but we cannot have all of them, right? So how to complete the practice of morality? That is, again, with the attitude, with the attitude. Now you should complete or accomplish fully the attitude of abandoning harming others. So that is the practice of morality. So, for example, when we think about 10 non-virtuous actions, that is also abandoning harming others, either through body, or through speech, or through mind. That's it. So when you harming attitude is completely abandoned, then the practice of morality is completed. You understand? Okay. Senjim Namgashi Teda Shumji Yong Milan. No? No, I lost it here. Sorry. Sometimes this, digital goes here and there, and then I lost the page. In the meantime, maybe we can read the English version so that this is 20, no, 11, right? 12, right? So, what is this? Unruly beings are as space. What is unruly?
Disorderly.
Eh?
Disorderly, rowdy.
Eh? Okay. Out of control.
Yeah, out of control.
Okay. Unruly beings are as spades. They cannot possibly all be overcome. However, if I overcome thoughts of anger alone, this will be equivalent to vanquishing all force. Please read out the other translation for me.
Verse 12. How many wicked people, as unending as the sky, can I kill? But when the mental attitude of anger is slain, slain is every enemy.
Slain.
Slain as in killed.
No, I couldn't read. I couldn't follow you because I'm just still struggling to find this Tibetan version. So because I touched somewhere and then I lost the page. Very difficult sometimes. So, what was that?
Verse 12.
Be over. So, there Monday to Colorsa. Senje mission namgashi. Teda shomji yong bilans. Chome sem bichik chomno date tamje chomno. All beings as vast as space. So we cannot destroy all our enemies. It is impossible, right? So if you destroy your own anger, then it is same as that you destroy all your enemy. For example, this is very, logical, the next version is very logical. Where would I possibly find enough leather with which to cover the surface of the earth? Yet leather just the soles of my shoes is equivalent to covering the earth with it. Right? Yeah. You read the translation.
Verse 13. Where is there hide to cover the whole world? The white world can be covered with hide enough for a pair of shoes alone.
That you understand, right? Easy to understand. Now, so that is the verse, which verse?
14.
Likewise, it is not possible for me to restrain the external cause of things, but should I restrain this mind of mine, what would be the need to restrain all else? Okay.
Verse 14.
14.
Yes.
Yeah, in the same way,
Since I cannot control external events, I will control my own mind. What concern is it of mine whether other things are controlled?
so you understand that, right? The external things, external enemies, you cannot control. Even if you try to control, it will come later, even if you try to control it, there will be more of them. So if you control your mind, then it is controlling everything. That is, he's talking about the, what do you call that? The generosity paramita, dana paramita, shila paramita, the patience. Patience paramita, I don't know what you call it in Sanskrit. Patience paramita. So, patience paramita, if you destroyed your attitude towards your enemies, you destroy your anger completely, that means that you complete your practice of patience. And then effort paramita, effort, perfection of effort. That is simse chikki dibukang sangwa soba yimbata yunga jibin dibuya choba shimbe teta means. Simse chikki dibukang sangwa yunga jibin dibuya sa. So, okay. 15, right? Although the development of merely a clear state of concentration can result in taking birth in Brahma's realm, physical and vocal actions cannot so result when by weak conduct.
Verse 15.
Yeah.
Even with the help of body and speech, no fruit comes from a dull mind that bears comparison with that from a sharp mind on its own, such as reaching the state of the Brahma gods.
So that is the Brahma gods. That is one of the 17 form realms. One of the in the world, the Brahma, the god Brahma.